What if the only way to be free is to stop wanting altogether? What if peace doesn't come from getting more, but from wanting less, or nothing at all? In a world that runs on desire, ambition, and constant craving, it feels unnatural to stop wanting. Yet, Arthur Schopenhauer believed that true peace doesn't come from fulfilling our desires, but from liberating ourselves from them completely. This quiet rebellion against the will, against desire itself, may sound extreme. But maybe it's the only way to truly rest. Let's explore the final step in Schopenhauer's dark yet strangely liberating philosophy. If you enjoy these reflections on philosophy, psychology, and the quiet questions of life, subscribe and stay with us. There's always more to contemplate.
Before we can talk about peace, we need to understand where suffering begins. For Schopenhauer, it all starts with the will, the blind, restless drive at the core of existence. All willing arises from want, from deficiency, and therefore from suffering. The moment we want something, we're no longer at rest. Even when we get what we want, the relief is brief. A new desire takes its place. The will is never satisfied, and this endless cycle, want, strive, suffer, is what chains us to inner turmoil. So Schopenhauer's radical idea is this: don't feed the will, don't fight it, learn to let it fall silent. But how? Is it possible to live without wanting anything at all?
The first step toward inner stillness is detachment, not in the cold sense of indifference, but in the deep, conscious act of no longer clinging to things that stir the will. Schopenhauer admired the ascetic, the one who says no to pleasures, not because they're evil, but because they trap us in the cycle of craving. He who renounces all willing, who seeks nothing more, who desires nothing, is at peace. This sounds harsh, but it's rooted in a deep compassion. As long as we cling to things, success, love, recognition, we suffer when they leave. To want less is not to be lifeless. It is to be free. Have you ever felt relief, not when something came to you, but when the need for it disappeared?
At this point, Schopenhauer's thought meets another ancient wisdom, Buddhism. He deeply admired the Buddha's first noble truth, that life is suffering, and that suffering comes from craving. But Schopenhauer didn't borrow this idea, he arrived at it on his own, through the lens of Western thought. He saw the end of suffering not through salvation, but through negation, a kind of surrender, a quiet fading of the will. Just as sleep is the brother of death, so too is the denial of the will the gateway to peace. Schopenhauer's notebooks. To him, the saint, the monk, the artist who loses themselves in the pure contemplation of beauty all share one thing: a momentary freedom from desire. This is not nihilism. It's a different kind of fullness, one that comes not from more, but from less. Is there a kind of richness that lives in simplicity? Could the absence of wanting be its own kind of abundance? Schopenhauer's vision may seem bleak at first, a world of endless desire and peace only in denial. But look again. He doesn't say life is meaningless. He says the chase for meaning through desire is the problem. And in giving up that chase, maybe we don't lose anything. Maybe we gain a silence we never knew we needed. This reflection, if spoke to something inside you, consider subscribing for more quiet explorations of the human condition. And share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever truly stopped wanting, even for a moment? Sometimes the quietest questions echo the longest.